Hi guys, today's topic is how to achieve your targets. Whether you're doing equity options or any kind of trading, even crypto for that matter, there is a way to achieve it. Okay. And I'm going to just show you how I do it and how I train everybody to do it. And I'm sure that you will also benefit out of it. Okay. So let's dive into it. The first thing you need when you're trading is a mindset. Now, what I mean by mindset is mindset of a person who understands the game first. Mindset not of meditation, mindset not of doing breathing exercises or being calm. No, that's not the mindset I'm talking about. This mindset is you know what you're doing. Okay. And how do you know that you're doing it right or wrong is when you follow the businessman's mindset. So what does a businessman always do? No matter what product he is in, what industry he is in, he will always and always have one simple thing. How can he buy low and how can he sell high? So that's the same mindset we need to have. The second thing we need to have is an environment. Now, what environment are we talking about? The environment means in which time frame you want to trade. There are some people who do not have time the whole day. So then for them, 5 minute, 10 minute, 15 minute time intervals will not work. For them, maybe daytime frame will work. Second is choose very clearly what you want to trade. You have money, go for equity. You have less money, go for options. But now you want to go for options and you don't have the required time to trade, then don't trade. That's very simple. So 90% of your problems will get solved if you just understand this simple thing, right? That if you don't know in which time frame you can trade, that means you don't know what environment suits you. Very important for you to understand what environment works for you. Okay. Once this is clear that you have 15 minutes, half an hour to trade, and you know how much money you have and you want to go for options or equity, I think the step one is clear. Now, the step two is either I assume you have the required skill or you prepare for the skill. Okay. So, what is the skill we need? You need a simple skill called identifying the trend. To make your life simple, I have divided this into two things. One is your major trend. Okay. So, you should know what the major trend is doing. So, and how do you find the major trend? You can only find the major trend using higher time. Now, these higher time frame trends can come from indicators. What are the indicators? You can use price action. Now, is price action an indicator? Yes, because you're drawing lines, right? You're using something from trading view, which in a way is an indicator by when you draw the line, because you're drawing the line on the highs and the lows. So it's calculating, right, whether it's a resistance or support for you. Second is you can use static averages, which are pivots, means the formula doesn't change, the line remains the same. And if you use MP, which is monthly pivot, then the line doesn't change for the entire month. Second option is you can go for weekly pivot. Now, if you see, I have not written daily pivot because daily pivot is not a major time frame, it's a minor time. Okay. Second, we've done two. Third one is RSI. You can use a 1 minute or a 30-minute RSI, or you can go for moving averages like 200 or 650 in a given time frame. So you should know in which time frame these moving averages work and what role they play. MACD also can be used of 1 hour or 30 minutes. So basically, when you see these MACD, MA, RSI, pivots, what do you get to see? You get to see where the sentiment is of the market. Now, once you know the sentiment of the market, what do? You go in a lower time frame and start trading. Means On a higher time frame, you got an idea that the market is facing resistance, means sellers are going to get activated and the market will show a bearish move. So what do? You either take a Bollinger Band or you take a super trend with the correct configuration and settings, and then you go ahead and short the market exactly when the super trend says sell or the candle is below the 20 SMA of a Bollinger. That is a simple skill you need to learn, right? The lower time frame execution, that is minor trend for you. So that is all about minor trend and lower time. Okay. What is the next thing you need to do? Identify your entry and exit. I have already mentioned that you should execute using a Bollinger or a super trend in a lower time frame. Now, when you identify a trend, you are always in a higher time frame. But when you enter, you'll always enter on a lower time frame. So if you have checked the resistance on 30 minutes or 1 hour, you're good to go for 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute. And if you want, you can also go for 15 minutes, but then I consider 15 to still be a higher time frame for intraday. Okay. I'm not talking equity right now, I'm purely focusing on options. In equity, you could go for a monthly and a weekly as a higher time frame and daily as a lower time frame. Super. Now, how do you enter on a lower time frame? Same. Super trend has to say buy, or Bollinger has to give you a buy signal, or the price action should show you that it is on support. Simple. What do? You exit on a higher time frame. How? Either you have points that are already calculated that I will enter here and exit there, or they can be even percentages. So you say that, okay, this is my 5% line, and you can all, after entry, you can already put a second order, which is an exit on certain level. So automatically it will exit it. That's it. Or you can go for a particular resistance, mark the resistance, put a limit order, or go for your reward, risk and reward. That is 1:2. So that is a simple execution that you need to learn. Then that's your entry and exit. Now, the fourth point, how do you manage your money with these kind of transactions? The first rule is only use 50% of your capital in trading. Means if you have 5 lakhs, you don't use all the 5 lakhs. You only take 2.5 lakhs in your demat account and you put 2.5 lakhs in your savings account because you don't want all the 50% in front of you. Else, you can do revenge trading and use the entire capital. So, if there's no capital in the demat, you'll not be using. So, always keep less capital. Second, whatever strategy you are using, okay, whether it's price action, RSI, MACD, super trend, CCI, channel, price action channels, descending, ascending, flag patterns, or double M, W, or even for that matter, some people use what do you call the harmonic trends and all. Whatever you do, there should be a proven track record. The person should be able to show you that this strategy for at least 6 months for options and for at least 10 years in equity is 60 times accurate. Means if you take 10 trades, 6 were successful. Okay. With a 1:2 ratio minimum. Means every time you win, you get double of what you lost. So that way you will never lose money. Okay. This is very critical, guys. You need to have a strategy that is proven with data, time and time, with minimum 60% accuracy. Okay. Now, if you're looking for such a strategy, Top Gun Edge has it, and Top Gun Edge guys know what I'm talking about. Now, what kind of target you put? If you have everything right, you will still go for a target of 5 to 10% on the actual money used. So if you've put 1 lakh, and if you're going for 5%, that's 5,000, and 10%, that's 10,000. Now, I would say 10% is still a far stretched target. Why? Because getting 10,000 on 1 lakh is not simple unless you have great skills. So some people achieve 10%, but in a different way. They roll the money thrice or 4 times in one day. Means they'll take 4 trades of 2,500. So their day target or end of the day target is 5%, not per trade target. Okay, so that is how also you can achieve it. Next, even good percent is 2%. It's not at all bad to earn 2%. Break down the targets into daily numbers. This is very important. So if you say, I want to earn 50,000 rupees a month, you have only 20 days to trade. Now, out of 20, consider at least 5 to be either bad days to trade. I'm not saying you made a loss and that's why it's a bad day. No, I'm saying there are clearly no trading zones. So you're left with only 15 days to trade. Now, what you have to do is divide your 50,000 with 15 days, which will come to 3,333 rupees. Now, if you have 3,033 as a target, let's round it off to 3,500 rupees, right? And if you're doing Bank Nifty and you divide 3,500 by 15, what do you get? You get a very clear number, which is 233. So 233 are the points you need to cover. That's very simple in a month. Okay. So now 233 points that you need to get, you can also get it by 10 lots, 5 lots, 1 lot. So let's take an example of 2 lots. 233 divided by 2 will come easily to 116. Now that's a lot. Per trade, you need 116 points. Very difficult. So what do? 233 divide by at least 5 lots. That's 46 points. And it is easy to get 40, 50 points in a day if you have a good strategy. So break it down like that, do your maths, and that's how you make 50,000. If 50,000 is difficult because there are 5 lots and your fear level rises, start with a smaller target, 20,000. Same logic. 20,000 divide by 2 lots. Okay, in Bank Nifty. So I again do the maths for you. 20,000 divide by 30. I need 666 points. How many days I will trade? 15. So I divide that and I get again the same number, 44 points. So if you know the magic of achieving 44 to 50 points, whether it's 20,000 target or a 50,000 or a 1 lakh target, you can easily achieve by increasing lot size. So lot size will only come into the picture. I'm sorry, increasing the lot size will only come to picture if you're very confident of your trading strategy. So again, it boils down to 60% accuracy minimum. When you have not practiced that strategy, only then you don't know how to achieve. Otherwise, it is very simple to achieve. So what are the common challenges that are there because of which people are not able to achieve all this? The first, everybody's got confidence level issues. Why? Not enough practice. And some people go ahead and saying this also, that if you do not practice in real, you will never learn. No, sorry. Even if you practice on front page, you get a hang of what a 2 lot does versus what a 10 lot does versus what a 20 lot does in again different time frames. So front page practice is to get you an understanding of how the real game works. It is not used to train your emotions. Front page are not for emotions. Front page are just to understand how it works. Only real trades will help you understand how to manage the emotions. But there is nothing called fear and greed unless you don't have a system. So people who say that I have a lot of fear trading and I have a lot of greed while trading, they definitely don't have a system. If you have a system, then a person with system achieves his target, shuts his laptop and goes up. So it's not that your emotions are at play. It's absence of system. Okay, it's purely absence of system. Now, why do they have absence of system? Because they have not done enough backtesting. You don't need great softwares for this. You can do manual backtesting. Just take a strategy, go and do it for 6 months. When did you enter? When did you exit? When did you enter? When did you exit? When did you enter? When did you exit? That's it. And once you see that so many times, you understand that this pattern works. It's as simple as that. But what you do after that is more important. You get into a push and pull issue. Now, what is a push and pull issue? You push yourself to trade because you have FOMO. And why you get FOMO? Because you see others are earning. Sorry for my spelling mistake. Because others are earning. So you see somebody making money, you're like, I also want to make money. No, don't push yourself into a trade. Instead, pull yourself into the trade. Now, how do you pull yourself? You go as per the strategy. Only when my signal comes, I will trade. That's it. Even if you have 10 minutes, put an alarm. There is a way in Top Gun you can set an alarm for your minor trends, okay, and your major trends. And if you don't want to take Top Gun and you want still an alert system, I don't know how you can do that. Maybe you can have friends who can call and tell you. That's the only way. Chart cannot come and tell you, right? That, hey, I'm falling down below this pivot or falling down below this RSI. There's no Santa Claus, okay, in trading view. So it's not going to happen. You will have to buy a system that tells you everything. And that's why Top Gun Edge is so critical for you. Okay. Now, let the trade come to you. Very simple. If you have a strategy, just wait for it. This is where the whole game is. 90% of the people have a strategy, but they don't have patience. They want to trade every day. They are addicted and they don't understand. So please, please, please get conscious. Wait for the trade to come to you. Go slow. There's big life. There's enough life. Take little dips in the water. This is a gigantic ocean. Take little dips every day. Collect, make profits. Come out of this problem of capital. Because if you've made even 1 lakh in a year, trust me, the next year you are so happy even to lose that 1 lakh. Because that's your profit that's going away, not your capital. And in 1 year, you've learned so much. So give yourself some time. Okay. Don't try to be Harry Potter and run a super trend and say, okay, I'm going to make money. It doesn't work like that. What else? People trade in accumulation phase. And this is the big problem. They don't even know that ADX has gone down, right? So that's where, again, your Top Gun Edge will help you. It clearly demonstrates where the ADX is. Is it going up or is it going down? And it's on the chart. You don't even have to keep something on like a table. It is there right on the chart as a line. So it tells you, right? So please, guys, use this ADX because most of the people get greedy or get pulled into the market exactly when the ADX is low. I don't know how the market is so good in pulling people when the ADX is low, but I've seen many victims only make loss because of ADX. Next, people need to learn whether they are dealing in points or percentage. So I've seen some great, sorry for my language, scoundrels. They earn points, but they talk in percentage. मैं आज 30% कमाया. अरे boss, you just did a 20-point game. Why do you keep changing your language just to show off? Don't do that. So please understand, option is a point game and nothing else. Don't convert your option into a percentage game is the biggest mistake you'll ever make. The second is equity is a percentage game and not a point. So get this very clear. On equity, go for 5%, 10%, 15% targets. Options, you cannot go for 5%, 10%. It's best to go for point. Why? Because points will convert an ATM to ITM, not percentages. Remember that. Second, there is very low investment in learning. People do not do bar replay. So they don't buy trading view for at least 1 month and see how it really works. They want to sit in front of the market and learn. Why? On a Saturday, Sunday, just use that ID for a month. Okay. Learn how it works, how much the market respects your strategy. It's the best way to invest and learn. And for 1 month, they're not going to charge you a bomb. So disconnect your service after that. That's it. People don't use option chain. They want free option chain. It doesn't work. Use iChart or Sensible. They have very good way of explaining what the market is doing, where the market is going. 99% people don't have an understanding of that when to use iChart or Sensible or in fact the entire option chain. More than using it in the daytime when the trade is happening, it's best to use it after the trading session. Trust me, if you see it in the evening, that where the market closed, where the resistance is, and where the support is in the night, in the evening, and then you exactly know your game plan. That okay, if market is here, if it hits my resistance here, I will be going for a P. Oh, it hits my support, I'm going to go for a C. So your game plan is already there. It's already set. So use option chain wisely, guys. Go for Money Control Pro if you want to invest in equity because you get a lot of learning. They give you exclusive articles that come in your emails. They give you access to big shark portfolios. So you know where the big money is. You get to know what the promoters are doing. You get to know the FII, DII portfolios. There's wealth of information. It's only for, I think, 99 rupees a month. Not a big deal, yeah, if you just take subscription. ET is also very good. Economic Times. I love it because I get to see company rating. So if I'm investing in a company and I find the rating to be below 3, below 4, I'm like, no, I don't want to trade in this company, even if the signals and back testing is good. Because if a company like, I'll give you an example currently that I was doing. I was comparing Aicha Motor versus Varun Beverages. And I always assume that Eicher Motor is better versus Varun Beverages. And I also assume that DMart is better than Varun Beverages. But I was surprised to see that Varun Beverages was better than DMart. Why? Uh, because of a simple reason. DMart has started doing a little bad in terms of their performance, but it is still a solid company. So it helps me understand if I should put all my eggs in the same basket or not. Low engagement in FB exclusive group. I have made an MTS group and I give you a lot of distilled knowledge in that group. You guys need to read them, question it to me, ask me, show this to me, where is this? And trust me, you'll get a lot of learning. So please read and apply these articles. So that was for you guys, explaining to you exactly how you should achieve targets. I know I've taken it a little in a speed zone way, but I don't want to take away a lot of your time in understanding this. The game is very simple. It's from higher time frame to lower time frame and lower time frame to higher time frame, which is nothing but overbought to oversold, oversold to overbought, but not again in the same time frame. So once you know this mantra, trust me, you will make a lot of money. Now, I'll show it to you on the chart what I mean by higher time frames and lower time frames. So how to use Top Gun Edge, a very good strategy for yourself. So let's go into it. Let this page load up really quick. I'm into Bank Nifty and I'm going to go into my trade page where I normally trade. This is my bot page where my bots are running and they are running in 3 minutes time, by the way. So here is my page. I open Top Gun Edge, and before opening my Top Gun Edge, I love higher time frames. So I use Cambrella weekly. So I know very clearly that markets are above the pivots and they're taking resistance at R3. I don't like 5 minutes. I don't like 5 minutes Cambrella also because it's very quick in changing and I don't like it. I need something very stable because my environment is I have very less time to trade and I need to make quick decisions. So I don't like this 5 minutes. I go for 15 minutes. First setup. Second setup, I activate super trend. That's my minor trend. Forget CPR. I don't want to see. Uh, and I activate my chart plus 2 up line, which is my orange color. Top Gun Edge guys know what I'm talking about. That's it. So I'm totally into higher time frame with a minor trend, super trend for me to take my trades. So if for me it's very simple, price is above the pivot, price is above the orange line, and price is a buy as per super trend, I will enter. I will not short because price is above orange and price is above blue line. The same logic applies here. Look at this. Price is below the orange line, price is below the pivot. I will enter here with a stop loss till the pivot. And that's it. Let it go down till it becomes buy. I will exit. Next day, I want to trade again. I'll wait for this. Next day, I want to trade again. I'll wait for this. Next day, I want to trade again. I'll wait for this. And why will I wait for this? How will I know all this? It's very simple, guys. There is a super trend alert alarm in your Top Gun Edge. Just go ahead and put it. See over here. You go to alerts, go over here, select Top Gun. You see this, you have super trend buy, super trend direction change, and sell. I just need this is enough for me. So this is how I trade and I achieve my points. Yes, on 15 minutes, I do it because I don't have time to see the dance that happens in 15 minutes and 3 minutes because it fluctuates my emotion. Definitely, I will see another thing, which is RSI before I put the trade. So you have this indicator also, Top Gun BTC. Just activate that and see the RSI. That's it. Now, when I trade here, I see that RSI took resistance at 50. Fine, great. If this is super trend says, sell and it is below the orange line and RSI is not below 50, I will wait. I will not take the trade. Simple. I need my confirmations because this RSI that you see is of chart. You scroll down, it is of chart. That means this RSI is of 15 minutes. This super trend is of 15 minutes, but this orange line is not of 15 minutes. This is from a higher time frame. Okay. And this pivot is also weekly. So again, from a higher time frame. So I have two things coming from higher time frame, one thing coming from the same time frame, and another thing coming from same time frame. Now, all I need to worry is when I take this trade, it should not be an ADX. So means ADX should be good. So all I do is with this, I will activate my ADX MAO. So when I'm taking this trade now, if you see over here, it's black. I'm not going to enter. Till this red line comes, I will not enter. So here is where I will start trading. If everything is good, but my ADX line is black, which is over here, this black, I will not trade. It's very clear. So trading is not difficult. You just need to see this. So I hope, the whole thing that we just spoke about was very, very easy and explainable, understandable, and digestible. I have given you this as a print PNG file. Print it, understand it. First, practice it, and then start trading. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you liked it, I would like to read your comments. Thank you. Have a lovely trading session. God bless you. Bye, guys.